So the invitation of Common, a rapper, to the White House has caused an outcry, some of it manufactured, I think. At first, I didn't care. I mean, who the hell is Common? And White House invites aren't that special, really. I mean, Joe Biden has been there, so I really didn't care. And plus, we just got bin Laden. I love thinking about that, not this. However, even if this outrage is manufactured, that doesn't make it any less outrageous if you follow. See, Common represents a loathsome cliche that for every cop killer, there's a star willing to defend him. So I don't care if Common hated Bush. Surprised. The real crime is A Song for Assata, which includes lines like, quote, "Your power and pride is beautiful, may God bless your soul," end quote. It's about a former Black Panther who killed Trooper Werner Forster back in '73. Assata escaped from prison in 1979 and now lives in Cuba. By idolizing her, Common is now more than just a typical rapper, but one of the smart ones, because he spouts the same bogus horse heard from Cornel West. It's a cynical strategy to gain props from people who don't wear saggy pants. Me, I measure brains by an ability to see through this nonsense, and I find the whole "let's rally around a murderous thug because it's cool" gimmick a waste of time. So Common is what he is. Common, another dope who defends cop killers. Now, you could be like Media Matters and call it phony outrage, but I wouldn't say that to a cop. And if you disagree with me, you're a racist, homophobe. In defense of Bill, I'll go to you first. In defense of the White House, I don't think Michelle or her husband, the president, knew this going in. They just saw him as a hip-hop poet. Correct?
Absolutely.
No, they did know. They did know.
They did?
Well, Barack Obama sat in the pews with Common at Jeremiah Wright's church. This is also Common. He said that we should set President Bush on fire, too. That was another one of his infamous statements. But they both were members of Jeremiah Wright's church. So why should we be surprised Obama would have him in the White House?
I just don't see Obama listening to Common now.
And also, as you know, I'm a regular churchgoer.
Yes.
And I barely know half of the songs of the person in the pew seated next to me, what they wrote.
Yeah.
I memorize a couple lyrics when I can.
But I'm a leading hip-hop intellectual.
Yeah.
You are.
Yes, poet of the streets you are. Yeah, we all, everybody here is.
But
Yes.
you know what? I mean, if you're going to, okay, rappers write this stuff, we know that. But if you're going to write a song about an accused cop killer, you have to live with the consequences, right?
Well, you know what's also very interesting? You look at a lot of people that have been invited to the White House over the years and nobody says anything about it. And it goes back to Nixon having Elvis, who's stoned out of his mind, and he gives him a drug enforcement badge. Elvis should have arrested himself that day in the White House as soon as he got the badge. And nobody says a word about that.
And Larry Gatlin. He was at the White House. Larry Gatlin to the White House.
He brought white to the White House.
He brought powder to the White House.
I think Clinton had Kenny G to the White House. It's just offensive for write your own damn people. And then there's been country music artists whose lyrics are just so stupid that it makes the rapper look pretty smart.
But they don't. But country singers don't write about cop killers. That's a difference. And I mean, you know. He can't apologize. He's an artist, so he has to live with the fact that he's there and he's got to take the heat.
You know what's so weird though, too, speaking to kind of your point too. Wow, an administration with shady ties and questionable friends, and we don't have that, do we?
They scrutinize these guests to the point of knowing all of what they've done. Trust me, because Laura Bush had to actually turn people away that she wanted to have because of their past. So my question is not so much why they invited him, but how many Common songs does Obama have on his iPod?
The other thing, you're exactly right. The other thing is too, when people say, "Oh, how did Van Jones slip by?" Yeah. He didn't slip by. He was vetted by them because that's their belief system. And so, I'm with you, man. I actually could care. I didn't know who this guy was.
Yeah, same
That's
here.
how much
I thought he was an actor.
Even more important about inviting rappers to the White House, I think we should look at the fact that the idiots we put in the White House, I think is a lot more offensive. And you can pick your own idiots.
That's true.
But that's more offensive than any rapper or any cop killer, some of the people that get elected to office.
Yeah.
That's my statement, America.
There you go. We'll be right back.
Now we know what Bobby's saying.
Hey, but I want to make one last point. They always describe people who defend these guys as socially conscious. Oh. Every time I hear socially conscious, I want to throw up. All right, I got to go. They're yelling at me. Coming up, what is it like to arm curl 300 pounds while making love to a bevy of supermodels? I interview myself after the break, but first, whatever. What's the situation? With the situation, we report. You'd wish we'd stop reporting on him. Is most likely to succeed a curse you should heed? Today's Wall Street Journal, a publication owned by our parent company, Evil Rich Guys Incorporated, writes that more and more high schools are eliminating the most likely to succeed moniker out of concern for their effect on its winners. According to the paper, 1/3 of MLSers polled claim the title is a curse. Says one recipient, a 30-year-old copywriter, poor you, being noosed with most likely to succeed is like lugging an albatross to every job interview, new relationship, or writing endeavor. Adds a sad cruise line director, quote again, I have been constantly evaluating my success and using that silly award as a benchmark. Please. Now, guess which most likely vote this granny got back in the day? That's right. Most likely to be featured briefly on a late-night TV show in America. I think that was what she was voting. And she got it today. Hey, Kaylee, what's the reason behind this? Is it because they think it's going to cause people to be failures, or is there something else going on?
It's the curse of the label. I mean, we see it with first-round draft picks. They typically don't succeed, and you've got to focus on your critics. That's what it is. You focus on the people who criticize you because that's when it drives you. That's when it makes you succeed, not the compliments.
Bobby, what were you voted?
Okay, first of all, this is actually true. Very funny story. That in my very small high school, and there was a little thing that me and 4 other guys were voted the least likely to succeed. It was an informal poll. And every one of us,
it was informal.
Very informal. It wasn't
The parents actually voted.
It was a whisper campaign.
Yeah. The PTA was not endorsed by the PTA. But here's the thing. Every one of us did pretty well. If you voted least likely to succeed, no matter what you get, even a late-night TV show, you fail.
How dare you, sir? Where's your late-night TV show? Where's yours?
I'm saying you're doing better than me. You're number 2. No, but here's what kills me. When you voted most likely to succeed, who you voted by? Your peers. These idiots in high school. The kids I went to high school with smoked oregano thinking it was pot. They listened to Journey. They were morons. If these people thought I was going to do it, I don't want to have anything to do with this.
How dare you impugn Journey?
And oregano.
I know.
How dare you impugn my clients? They don't know what they're getting. I make money, no one gets hurt.
Exactly. Actually, if you smoke enough oregano.
Yeah, so you smoke enough anything, believe me.
Terry, how about you? What were you voted?
I was actually voted nicest eyes, and my entire life I've made sure that they stay nice. That whole thing about we get a gold star, we don't get a gold star. Shut up. Just do the best you can.
I think the whole thing's a lie. It wasn't about hurting other people. It's hurting about the people's in the high school's feelings because they don't like elevating people above other people. It wasn't about the future. It was about the present students. I think. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Yes. Billy?
It's the whole AYSO, everyone gets the trophy type, right? Absolutely. Well, this sort of made me nostalgic, so I thought I'd bring my yearbook picture here. I think every viewer assumes I'm sort of this gawky, dorky type when I was in school. I think you might be pleasantly surprised. Hot Tub Kelly? There we go. That was prom. Of course, I didn't have a date.
Yeah.
But my mom took a picture with me, and then she was my date.
Oh,
yeah, it was lovely.
Lovely. I think I have my prom picture or my high school picture.
Oh, wow. You weren't even buffer back then.
Yeah, I used to work out a lot. I cut back, though, because, you know, it's tough when you get into the media. You can't get those muscles. Anyway.
Well, and that was prom for you, too, and yet Minotaur date was cut out.
I actually didn't need a date. I just came with myself, went home with myself, took advantage of myself, roofied myself. All right, do you have a comment on the show? Email us. It's red@foxnews.com, and leave a voicemail on my direct line, 212-462-5050. Still to come. The halftime report from TV's Andy Levy. He's a jerk.
He is.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored by Ducklings. Basically, they're exactly like ducks, except smaller and way cuter. Thanks, Ducklings.